This is Dr. David Shine, and welcome to Business Law 101.
One of the things we want to mention here at the end of the slide set is the hard end of business ethics. They call it the hammer approach. You will be ethical or not do business. And what happened is the defense industry, which got a lot of bad press following the Vietnam War. And in the Vietnam War, there was an acronym that came up called MIC. Any guesses on that? What does MIC stand for? Anybody? Open your mic. No volunteers? Okay. All right. Maybe you weren't around at the time. Military industrial complex. The allegations were that the reason the Vietnam War even happened in the first place was that these huge corporations that have lobbyists that make billions and billions and billions of dollars selling defense equipment wanted the Vietnam War to go just like it did, because they sold lots of airplanes and tanks and guns and ammunition to the federal government, which pays all of its bills. And so following that, that's why I point out the year. So the Vietnam War ended for the United States, we withdrew in 1983. South Vietnam fell to North Vietnam in 1985. But this was after that, again, following, people started thinking about what had happened during the Vietnam War, and there was a desire to make sure that the defense contractors behaved in an ethical manner. So this is an interesting situation. Wanted you to be aware of that. Most of you are aware that the sentencing guidelines are kind of a movement by itself, and the idea was to have was not necessarily to dictate what judges do, but to make sure that people who commit similar crimes are treated in a similar manner. This also is designed to avoid a person of color being sentenced more than a person who's white and things like that. So it's an important concept, but there's more flexibility now than there was. There's been some movement. The feeling is that they took away these guidelines took away too much of the judge's discretion. So there's a little bit more flexibility in this today.
This is Dr. David D. Shine for Business Law 101. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite platform.